All right. Steve.
So there's two other elements to this story. Number one, Hunter Biden doesn't know anything about energy. I mean, it would be one thing if you were an energy expert, right? But he knows about as much about energy as my seventh grade stepson does. Second of all, listen to what Joe Biden has been saying in the campaign. He's saying shut down American oil and gas production, right? He's saying no more fracking, no more shale oil and gas. Well, who do you think would benefit from that? The Ukrainians, the Russians, OPEC, all of these countries that he has ties to.
I think that's right, and that's right. And I get a bit frustrated with the way that this argument is played out, because it seems to me we're almost the only people, really focusing on this aspect of it, which is the money from Burisma to the Democrat senators who then introduce policy that helps Burisma, and everyone's talking about the firing of the prosecutor and whatever. The connection is that on that firing of the prosecutor story, Joe Biden is on that tape boasting about, I'm stopping the $1 billion. Right. Well, if he can stop it, then maybe he can start it. That's what we need to know. Did he push for that aid because his son was on the board of the company?
Look, this is what I have to say about all this Ukraine, Russia, all of this pushback, especially from the left, who are saying this is the most important thing ever. We need to know this. Why would Trump say this? Why would Trump do that? Listen, this is what's happening. For the first time ever, we have installed floor-to-ceiling glass windows in the sausage factory, and we're seeing how it's all done. Nothing is happening that hasn't been happening forever. This stuff, these political wheelings and dealings, all of this language, it's been hidden behind a wall of diplomacy that at one time in our global history perhaps was needed, but we have weakened so much because of that diplomacy. It's time for people to see the real ugliness behind the scenes. And yeah, it's messy. It's chaotic. It's weird. We don't totally understand it. Is it all criminal? No, but here is Trump saying, look, we do have criminal activities going on within our own government, within the last government that left a huge mess for me to clean up. This is dirty, and it's politics, and it doesn't look clean and packaged the way the media wants it to look. This is how it looks. It's ugly. It's gross. Put on your big girl panties and let's do it.
But they're not. But they're only. But to Kira's point, I mean, I completely agree with that, and that's part of, you mentioned earlier. The president is just really exposing the swamp in a way that's, shocking to some to see the details. But he knew it was there. But is this unfairness? Like they just totally ignore at the very least, you could say, that circle of money from Burisma to the lobbyist to the Democrat senators and back through policy is on its face. I'm not specifically saying we've got the proof, but it just looks like foreign money, laundering foreign money. No one's interested in that.
Well,
imagine if it was on the other side.
Indeed, but keep in mind, this is like the tumor, right? It is the very top. It is, as Kira is saying, this has been happening forever. And this is, I think, one of the primary reasons that Trump was so feared, and it's been manifesting his hatred, is that he is in charge of the secrets now. That this is so prevalent, that this is the nature of how the system works, that is really a microcosm of how this works. And everybody sees this and imagines and sees the rest of their future. They see their retirement. Everybody's got a kid they imagine sitting on a board for $50,000 a month. That this was how it worked, and it's been working this way. But we can also look at the country and the international world being a dumpster fire up to a certain point. In fact, it wasn't working. It wasn't working for us. And this is what this reformation is. And that's why there's such resistance to it. But I think it's ignored because it is exactly an example of how we're going to
separate.
Straight back to this. We're going to take a quick break. Much more on impeachment.